Hello, how you doing? So what we're going to make today is a vegetable potato pie, kind of a shepherd's pie. I shouldn't really say shepherd's pie, should I? Because that's a different thing. But yeah, we've got vegetables, mashed potato, bang it in the oven, delicious. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. Okay, so I've got 3 cups there of fresh tomatoes. Now, if you wanted, you could use a can of tomatoes if you don't want to go with the fresh route. I think that is better though. 2 cups of red beans. Now these red beans, kidney beans, are from a can. If they're from a can, give them a nice wash in some water. And then we're going to go 1 cup here. These are all 1 cup. So I've got sweet corn, onion, bell peppers, carrots, zucchini. But think about celery, mushrooms, eggplants, anything goes in here. 1 tablespoon of garlic, and then a teaspoon each of these 4 here. Chili powder, paprika, that's sweet paprika, oregano and cumin. We're going to start this off with some olive oil. We're going to add some salt and pepper and a couple of other little bits. Okay, so I'm back with my favorite little kind of wok pan. You can use something else if you want. I've got 3 tablespoons of oil there. I'm using olive oil, but you can use something else. The heat's just been put on and it's above medium. In goes 1 cup of onion, 1 tablespoon of garlic. And I'm now going to add my carrot because that's my hardest vegetable. And you can see that I've cut everything nice and small here. I'm going to add some black pepper. I'm going to add some salt. And then we're going to cook this for about 4 minutes, like I say, on this slightly above medium heat. Fantastic, we're just getting those onions and carrots on their way. Next up, we're going to add the 3 cups of fresh tomatoes. Now try and use a nice ripe, juicy tomato. To that, we're going to add our spices. Let's just take one more look. I've got 1 teaspoon each of oregano, or oregano as some of you call that, cumin powder, chili powder, and sweet paprika. Now the reason I'm telling you sweet, paprika normally comes in 3 forms: smoked, really delicious actually, that would work really nicely in here; sweet, which we've got there; and hot. Hot's basically like chili powder, so you would be adding double the amount of chili, so be careful there. We're going to cook this for 5 or 6 minutes. I really want these tomatoes to start to break down and cook. So you can see that these tomatoes are cooking down and giving off a bit of moisture. We're now going to add in our other vegetables. 1 cup bell peppers, 1 cup corn, 1 cup zucchini, and 2 cups of the kidney beans. To that I'm going to add a little splash of water, maybe half a cup there. And we're going to go for another 5 or 6 minutes on the same heat, giving it a stir every now and then. Nearly done. Okay, off goes the heat. That's beautiful. Now you don't want it too wet. That's a really good sort of balance there. A little bit of cilantro or coriander in the mix is always beautiful. We're going to give that a mix in. Check that for salt and pepper. It's fine for me, and that's done. Next up, we're going to do some potatoes. We're going to get some potatoes. We're going to peel them. We're going to boil them. We're going to mash them. Okay, so in there I've got cold water, I've got my potatoes, I'm going to add some salt. So peeled those, cut them into that sort of size, it doesn't really matter really. What we're going to do is bring that to the boil. We're looking for baby food here, so we need them really nice and soft. How many potatoes have I got in there? Probably too much for what we're going to use, but can you have too much potato? I think not. Okay, off goes the heat. What you want to do is prod your potatoes. And if they come out, they're not cooked. These, as you can see, are cooked really nicely. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to drain the water off and get the potatoes back in the pot. So water's been drained off, potato masher, in we go. Don't be pleasant to them. Get right in there and give it a really good mash for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add some black pepper to that, a couple of nice pinches. And then here I've got a heaped tablespoon of butter. I'm going to work that in again for another couple of minutes. I'm now going to add a little bit of milk, not too much at all. Mix that in, job done. So before we get started on this next step, what I need you to do is get your oven on and get it on the highest heat it can, maximum heat. So you can see that I've now added our vegetable mixture to an oven-proof dish. I'm using glass. You can use metal or you can use ceramic, as long as it can go in the oven. Now, we've got our potato here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a layer on. Now you can do this as thick or as thin as you like. And don't press it down very hard, just sort of spoon it out and get it on. And I'll be back in a moment. So I'm now going to take a fork and I'm going to just smooth it out a little bit, not too much. Just even it out. But we want all of these sort of peaks and troughs that I'm making with the fork, you can see, because we want those to catch in the oven and crisp up a little bit, you know. Now, if you wanted, you could add some cheese to this, like get some cheddar cheese on it or something like that. I'm going to go just like this today, without cheese. But if you wanted, cheese on in the oven. Right, so maximum heat, the oven, preheated, nice and hot. That's going to go in my oven for about 12 minutes. Okay, there you go, beautiful. You can see that it's caught, those little kind of peaks and troughs or tores have caught in the oven, and they're absolutely delicious. That's wonderful. I hope you enjoy that. Keep safe. Please take time to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you later. Lots of love.